Hey guys, welcome to the channel. This is Nursing with Ray. I'm Ray as truly, and as you guys can tell by the title in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you the top 5 countries to live and work as a registered nurse in 2022. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Ray. I'm a nursing student here in Jamaica, and on the channel we post about nursing school, everything related to nursing and nursing school basically. So if that is something that's interesting to you, please ensure to subscribe. Please make sure that you like this video. Do not forget to like the video. It really helps the channel to grow. And if you want to know where it's at in 2022, then keep watching. Okay guys, so I'm going to be listing the countries in no particular order. Basically, so I'm just going to be giving you the 5 countries. Now these 5 countries are the best places for you to work as an RN because of various things. So it's either because of the salary, benefits, or quality of life. I came up with these. I did some research and stuff as well, so I will have the links in the description box below so that you can know where I got my sources from, as always. And let's just get right into it. So the first country I have on the list of where you should work as a registered nurse in 2022 is the United Kingdom. Now, I know the United Kingdom isn't just one country, it's actually comprised of 4 countries. So the United Kingdom comprised of England, Scotland, Northern Ireland, and Wales. So basically any of those 4 countries, because they are all governed by one nursing regulatory body, which is the Nursing and Midwifery Council of the UK. So basically, I'm talking about the UK as a whole, but the UK, the average salary of registered nurses in the UK is actually 33,000 to 35,000 pounds per year. So it's not the best salary in the world, but the UK has a lot of benefits to working as a registered nurse there. So when you start out as a registered nurse in the UK, you can make about 31,000 pounds per year, and based on experience and qualifications, that salary can go all the way up to 108,000 pounds per year. So with experience and with additional qualifications, you can actually make quite a bit as a registered nurse in the UK. Not to talk about the benefits, child. The benefits is the fun part. So the UK, one of the great benefits about living in the United Kingdom is that healthcare is free. So you don't have to worry about health insurance. You don't have to worry about none of that. Healthcare is free when you move to the country. You have to get like a GP assigned to you. That's where you're going to go if you're sick and anything. Prescriptions are free. The only thing I think you do have to pay a small service charge is probably like 10-15 pounds, nothing crazy. If you have to get chemotherapy, if you need dialysis, anything, it is 100% free. So that is one of the perks of living in the United Kingdom. Another one of the great benefits is maternity leave. You can get up to a year of maternity leave in the UK. Now let that sink in. 1 whole year. You can get pregnant and stay home for up to 12 months and still have your job when you come back, basically. So for the 12 months of maternity leave, you get paid for 9 months of it. So you get full pay, I believe, for 6 months, and like half pay for 3 months, and then no pay for the other 3 months. And you can decide how you want to structure the pay. You can decide that with your employer. Another one of the great benefits about living in the United Kingdom is vacation leave or annual leave. When you're working in the NHS, which is, the government hospitals, you are entitled to 5.6 weeks of vacation leave. So you can take almost a month and a half for your vacation. And when you come back, you have your job and everything secured just the same. That is quite good in my book for vacation leave. And then another one of the perks of living in the UK is that you are like really close to a lot of other European countries. And so you can get cheap flights to travel to other countries, because once you have a tier 2 visa in the UK, it makes you eligible to visit other countries, basically visa free. So a flight from London to Paris can cost you 150 pounds or less. You can go to Paris, you can go to Spain, you can go to all these European countries, and it's easy access, cheap flights because it's really, really, really close. Another great benefit of working as a nurse in the UK is career progression. So, especially in the NHS, they very much value career progression, so they will help you to get further trainings, get more qualifications to advance in the profession of nursing. Some NHS trusts will even pay your tuition to go back to school to do your master's or whatever. Some of them, if they won't pay all of it, they'll pay like a percentage of it. Some of them will pay 50%, a certain percent. So if you want to go back to school, it is one of the best places that you can go to get help with furthering your education. Now, one of the next countries that you want to migrate to as a registered nurse in 2022 is Canada. Canada. I love Canada. I used to live there for a couple of years. Now, RN salaries in Canada are way above, the national average, or the average salary of the country, I should say. And Canada is actually well known for its very generous healthcare system. I remember when I used to live there, um, my healthcare was like, most of it was covered by the government. Like, you get a healthcare card based on what province you live in. So healthcare in Canada is like free to a certain extent. They subsidize a lot when it comes to your healthcare. So that is one thing you don't have to worry about when living there. Now, RN salaries in Canada, the average salary of a registered nurse in Canada is 66,000 Canadian dollars per year. So that is actually quite good. That's a really good salary. And depending on specialization and experience, your salary can go up to way over 100,000 Canadian dollars per year as a registered nurse. And another perk about living in Canada is the lifestyle. So when you live in Canada, like, especially if you're a person of color, if you're a black person, racism is not something that you will have to deal with as much as, say, if you were in the US or maybe even in the UK. Canada is a country of immigrants. Majority of Canadians are immigrants, honestly. And Canadians are some of the most nicest, welcoming people on this earth. Like, racism is so rare, and if people are being racist in Canada, they have to basically hide and be racist because it's just not okay. It's not like the US where everybody's like blatantly racist, but Canada is like one of the best when it comes to having a friendly environment, welcoming, kind, loving people. The quality of life is actually amazing. So move to Canada. Now, one more country that you can move to as a registered nurse in 2022 is the United States. So we know people talk about the United States all the time because that is where the money resides.
What a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside, what a money reside.
That is where the bag is. If you're all about the cash, you're all about the dinero, the moolah, the US is where it's at. The US actually is the highest paying country for registered nurses, and if you're just all about making that bread, making that dough, then the US is the place for you. The average salary of registered nurses in the United States is $82,000 per year. So that is amazing, amazing, amazing. And your salary can go up to almost 200,000 depending on your experience and your qualifications and stuff. When you keep climbing up the ladder, you can make a lot of money. Now, nursing salaries in the US do vary quite drastically by state, but as I said, the average is around 82,000. And the highest paying state in the US for nurses is California, with registered nurses in California making about a little bit over 100,000 per year. Travel nursing has become very lucrative in the US. Everybody's all about travel nursing now. Travel nursing is where the bag resides. I'm telling you, nurses are making up to like 10,000 US dollars per week on travel assignments as registered nurses. So if you're just, as I said, if you're all about that money, the US is a place for you. If you want to be able to live an amazing, amazing, amazing quality of life in terms of like finances, the US is the place for you because that is where the bag is at. Nurses are compensated quite good. Now, the next country on the list is Australia. Now, Australia is a country that I've been hearing more and more about, nurses wanting to migrate there because Australia is another great country for nurses. So the average salary of a nurse in Australia is 73,000 Australian dollars per year, and that salary can go up based on experience and qualification, it can go up to about 166,000 Australian dollars per year. Now, nurses are high in demand in Australia, so if you're interested in going there, opportunities are actually endless because I saw an article that says they're going to need about like 83,000 nurses by like 2025 or something like that. So, nurses are in demand in Australia and they pay really, really well. And also, Australia has one of the highest standards of nursing in the world, meaning that when you're working there, you will be working in modern facilities using state of the art equipment. Resources are abundant, and it's just going to make your job that much easier because you have everything and more that you need to provide, the best care to your patients. And as I said, you're being duly compensated for it. So, Australia is where it's at. Also, as a nurse in Australia, you are entitled to government medical insurance, which will save you about 80 to 100% of your medical costs. So you don't really have to worry in that department either. Now, the last country on the list, but certainly not the least, is Dubai. So we know Dubai is in the United Arab Emirates. And when we talk about Dubai, child, everybody's talking about, that lavish lifestyle. We're talking about money, we're talking about cars, we're talking about everything expensive. Well, let me tell you about Dubai. Dubai is paying nurses on average 96,000 Arab Emirate dollars. 96,000 on average. And based on, experience and qualifications, your salary can go up to 180,000 Arab Emirate dollars as a registered nurse. Also, the best part about working in Dubai, in my opinion, is that there is no income tax. That's what I said. There is no income tax. They do not tax you on your income. There's no income tax, shell. Let that sink in. So when you work your money, you're not going to be seeing huge chunks coming out of your paycheck for tax. None of that. 0% tax. That's the type of life I'm trying to live. No tax at all. No income tax. So what you work is basically what you get. And nurses are also very high in demand in Dubai, so there are opportunities as well. And I mean, your quality of life will be quite good in Dubai because, as I said, you know how Dubai is expensive, lavish lifestyle. And you're being duly compensated as a nurse. So, a lot of the things that, maybe tourists and people like that and like the rich of Dubai are able to do, you probably be able to, enjoy certain perks of living in that country as well because you are duly compensated as a nurse. Now, another thing that I think is just so amazing about working in Dubai is that patients have strict rules to follow. Patients and their relatives have strict rules to follow in the hospital, and these rules are laid out to them once they are admitted at the hospital. And one of these rules is to ensure that they treat the healthcare workers, doctors, nurses, and whoever else with respect. So when you're working as a nurse in Dubai, you don't have to worry about patients disrespecting you, things like that, because rules are clearly set out. Everything about like their responsibility to refuse or to accept treatment or whatnot, and what actions will be taken, with whatever decision they make. I just love it. I think it's amazing, and it makes nurses' job that much easier because you don't have to be working with disrespectful and uncooperative patients and stuff like that. So that will make, like it will tremendously increase the nurse's job satisfaction, basically. And another thing about working in Dubai is that they pay well and they also have great benefits. So in Dubai, as a registered nurse, you are entitled to free health, dental, and life insurance. And when they want you to work with them, and a part of your relocation package, they will give you things like free housing if you're single, subsidized housing if you're moving with your family, travel allowances or free travel. There's so many benefits to working as a nurse in Dubai. And that is it. Those are the top 5 countries to live and work as a registered nurse as of 2022. Remember to like the video, guys. Let me know if there was any information that I missed out or anything that I could have added about any of the countries. If you're a registered nurse living or working in any of these countries, please let me know what it's like. Leave an experience or something in the comments below so that we can see. If you plan on moving to any of these countries to work as an RN, leave that in the comments down below. If you have any video suggestions of what you want to see on the channel, leave those in the comments down below as well. Do not forget to subscribe if you have not already, and share this video with anybody that you think would be interested. And I will see you guys in the next video.